Good afternoon, everyone. Today it is currently February 22nd, 2026 at roughly around 8 o'clock, I think. Let's check. 8:11 p.m. on a Sunday. Now, what am I doing here today? Today I'm going to be doing a DCR DVD-650 Sony Handycam review. That's a camera, for those that are uninformed, and for those who didn't see the thumbnail. Now, this is what the camera looks like, stock. I'll get to that point later. What do I mean by stock? This is a camera that was gifted to me, therefore I do not know the MSRP, and it will be put right there. And then it's probably going to be able to be found cheaper, so I'm going to put that price right here for what's the average price that I could find it for on eBay as of right now, early 2026. Now, let's get started. So, I have three pieces of criteria that has to be filled out for a camera to be in my good faith. What are those three boxes that have to be checked? Number one, it has to have a vibe, right? What do I mean by that? I mean, it has to be different enough in whether it takes a video, whether it's the photo or the video captured. It has to be different visually than something like a modern day iPhone or Android device, whether that be Samsung or a Google Pixel, doesn't matter. Has to be different from a modern day smartphone. That's number one. Number two, ease of use. It has to be easy to use. It has to be simple to use. I don't really feel like learning the ins and outs of a camera just for it to operate. I really like who doesn't like a simple tool, you know? That's why I like this camera, and I'll get to that point later. Number three, durability slash I'm trying to find the word. Wait, I'm almost there. Yo, keep going. Reliability. Reliability. Wow, I'm as sharp as a fucking crouton, bro. Number three, reliability. Now, with those three checkpoints, check boxes stated, we'll visit that later. And for right now, let's go through the technical aspects of this camera. Now, camera has around I don't actually know the battery life. Editor Marco, put it up here, buddy. It is a hybrid camera. Now, what does that mean? Well, if you look over here, it says hybrid right there, and that means is it has two different forms of storage. It still, obviously, this is a camera from like 2002, whatever the fuck. It is definitely not capable of any sort of cloud storage, right? This isn't a phone of any kind. But I thought this recorded to an SD card when I first got it, because I looked on this inside part right here, and then I thought, oh, just flip this part out, boom, you get that chip in, and it's light work, right? No, sir. No, sir. I converted this. I have a chip in here that converts the chips that this takes are actually Sony proprietary, and I'm not all about that, and so I switched it and bought a conversion chip to turn it into a micro SD card compatible camera. I'll put a link to that converter down in the description. It's not an affiliate link. I don't know how to do that, and also I'm not making money off a single one of these videos, because matter of fact, I already gotten struck by YouTube already once, so not trying to do that again. So I clearly don't gaff about making money off of these. So it takes proprietary Sony chips. And if you flip it to this side, why is it round? Why does this shit look like it's glued onto the side of the camera? I don't fucking know. But this takes mini DVDs, which is something that I didn't even know existed, and I actually thought was a proprietary Sony technology as well, because I only saw those on like PS Vita games. I think that's what they were called. They were either PS Vita or PSPs. I think it was PSPs actually. This is how big they are. They are teeny weeny. Now for reference, let's go to a CD, for example, which is obviously the same size as a DVD. Bill Evans for Lovers. This is a decent jazz album. Oh, I had the CD already in there. Great. Alright, let's see what's next. This is a, I might be wrong, live recordings album by Radiohead. Featuring, obviously, Tom York's schmexy ass and all the rest of them. Now, this is a normal CD size. This is the back. This is the actual CD design, if you care. And then this is the little itty bitty guy. Camera, CD. Booyah. So it takes these tiny DVDs along with these proprietary chips of some kind, and it films in a 480p resolution. You can either have that 16:9 or 4:3. I prefer 4:3, and it has a pretty decent ISO. Like older iPhones actually, like even like an iPhone 6, which is way older or way younger than this thing, is actually like performs worse in the light or in the darkness than this camera. But again, resolution, it's 480, but it's fucking fuzzy ass 480. Like this camera says it's 720. Why is it so fuzzy? I don't know. I'm not John Camera. I didn't invent the camera, so I don't know. You tell me. Anyways, let's get to the checkpoints, the boxes, the check boxes, if you will. Number 1, vibe. I'm gonna put some clips up here just to show you how this looks with and without my fisheye lens, which is what I currently have on it. And as you can see right here, it is very simple as let's not pretend that this is already cracked. So that's what it looks like with it on. And it was around, I would like to say $30, $40 off Amazon. Now, you can make my mistake and drop this a whole load of times, and then there's actually, you know, scratches and shit on it. But if you actually take care of your lenses, unlike my Neanderthal ass, then, you know, you may just record without scratches. But I guess I didn't care enough. So, is the vibe captured? Cha-ching. Cash money, yes it is. Number 2, ease of use. It is stupid easy to use when it comes to recording videos. Capturing photos is really fucking finicky. Granted, this is a camcorder. It's not designed to take photos, but I guess Sony graced us with the function of taking photos on said camera. Now, why am I saying it's finicky? Well, for one reason, the actual photo button, maybe it's because mine's broken, or I don't know, maybe I just own a lemon. But it takes like 7 fucking attempts to actually take a photo of anything on this thing. And normally, you know, on most cameras, camcorder or just camera, I would half press the camera, the shutter button to focus, and then fully click it to take the photo, right? And that is a very simple process, and turns out I guess it's rocket science for whoever engineered this, because that is not what happens on this one. What happens on this one? I fully press it because I just want to take a photo. I don't really give a shit about the focus because it is already focused, so who cares? And then it proceeds to focus for some reason and then not take the photo. So I try again and again and again and again and again and again. And then finally it happens. So what I've resorted to doing is anytime I want to take a photo, I just spam the shit out of the fucking shutter button to throw spaghetti at wall and hopefully and see if it sticks. That's essentially what I'm doing every time I'm taking a photo on this thing. Now, does that make me hate the photos on this thing? No, but the effort isn't worth the actual look of the photos, as the camera quality itself is like fine, but it captures the vibe, so I don't care. The photos, on the other hand, they're all right. I don't know. Maybe it just doesn't do it for me. Maybe I'm more of a film guy when it comes to photos, photography. Who knows? But it's all subjective. So does it check that box? I'll put a dash. I'll put a dash on it. Dash right here. It doesn't. It's not an X. But it's not a check. It's kind of in the middle. Now number 3, durability and reliability. I actually got the word this time. Durability and reliability. How does that go with this camera? Durability, gonna be honest, not really that durable. I treat this thing with care. Haven't dropped it properly on the ground or anything, and I don't really want to test it because I have an inkling that some shit is going to go wrong, and then I will be one camera short. And it's not like I have many cameras lying around, as this is the only one that I own. So I'm not trying to find out the hard way. So it is not that durable. And how is it reliably? Pretty reliable, if you have the knowledge on how to operate this thing. What do I mean by that? We're gonna go through the few things that I have learned over the course of knowing and operating this thing for a year. So I uploaded that that raw video test around a year ago. A lot of shit has happened since then, but that's a lore drop for another day. I have a few things to say. Number 1, it doesn't operate well in cold. How do I know this? I was recording and I had my camera, this camera specifically, on a tripod in the middle of winter. It was around 30 degrees. It was around 30 degrees, and I had it pointing at the moon as there was a lunar eclipse happening. This was around 4 in the morning. It was going well, and it could actually see the craters of the moon, and it was capturing that beautifully. And I was like, hey, this footage is going to be pretty fire. And then I check it, and it's just dead. Now I know that I didn't run out of storage, nor did I run out of battery because I prepped the night beforehand. So what the fuck was up? I got back into a hot car, had the camera warm up for a bit, turned on just fine. The one file that I was recording completely corrupted, completely fucked. Just disappeared from the disc. Like it never existed, like I was never recording. It was really weird. So that's one thing. So don't operate this thing in the cold. That's number 1. It's gonna be really fucky wucky. Number 2, buy a lens for this thing because the FOV is not all that great, and unless you want to be 15 feet from everything that you're shooting, buy a fisheye lens. It looks cool, and you will thank yourself later. Number 3, back on the reliability thing. My bad, forgot about that. I was in Japan for last summer, as people who know me know, and I brought my camera with a bunch of batteries and my battery chargers, and I had a brand new fresh disc with 30 minutes of storage on it, and I was like, hey, alright, bet. And I thought I was prepared. And then I was recording, and then I forgot to click stop before I ran out of storage, and the entire disc corrupted itself. Every single bit of storage was obviously filled up. Nothing else I could record, and everything, every minute, every second of video gone on that thing. So that's why for the previous Krone film that I made, everything in Japan was a video. It was for that exact a photo. It was for that exact reason, because all I was left with was the photos. So if you buy this camera, do not keep recording until you run out of storage. It's not like an iPhone. It doesn't save whatever you had and just cut you off. No, it just fucks your shit. It oils you up, bends you over, and has your goddamn has its way with you. It has its fucking way with you. It pulls a bedsheet over your head and proceeds to skull fuck you like a big black brolic man named Requise. That reference is Elite Ball. If anyone knows that, leave it in the comments below. But with that being said, that will have to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It is a little, just ever so slightly higher effort than my previous video. I wish I had a better webcam. I originally posted my first video with this laptop webcam kind of as a joke, so I didn't really give a shit about the quality of the camera. Now I have a decent mic. I have a Blue Snowball, so no shortages on the audio front. But I feel bad for the visuals of this video, because looks like it was recorded on the pimple of some grandpa's ass cheek. So will I be getting a new webcam soon though? No. So I don't know why I've been talking about this actually. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed once again, and I will see you guys in the next one. Toodaloo, fellas.
Good afternoon. Editing Marco here. Peanut M&Ms. I don't know. Normally, I like me a good peanut M&M, but right now, I don't know. I'm just not doing it for me. I want something chocolatey, and I had a little bag, like one of those like mini, like dime bags, like the Halloween candy size bags of M&Ms. But like low key, the shit was gone like that. So now I have this big industrial size bag that my sister left in my apartment. I was like, shit. Anyways, I didn't know what to do for an outro, so here you go. Click right here. Yeah.